This is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
As we tape on this Monday morning, details are emerging about a crash of a C-5 cargo plane south of Dover Air Force Base. WDEL's Carl Konevsky talked to us from the scene.
I'm on Route 9, right at the point where it's closed. That's Bayside Drive at Kitts Hummock Road. It's just south of the Dover Air Force Base, again, on Route 9. The road is totally closed here. State police and DEL officials on the scene routing traffic around the area. I was told by Tech Sergeant Melissa Phillips of the Dover Air Force Base that at 6:30 this morning, as you've been reporting, a C-5 cargo plane went down. 17 people were on board. Emergency personnel, fire personnel were on the scene. Also, a group of a board of Air Force officers are going to be convening an investigation. That's all the information that the Air Force is releasing right now. Again, 17 people on board. No word of fatalities. There were injuries. We have been seeing a couple of ambulances flying out. We were also told that some military helicopters airlifted some of the personnel away from the crash scene. C-5 was down, apparently has broken into a few different pieces, and we're waiting for more information as it becomes available.
Be sure to check back to 11:50 a.m., WDEL and WDEL.com throughout the day for details as this story continues to develop. In other news this Monday morning, state police are looking for two suspects in the shooting death of a 20-year-old Dover man. Corporal Jeff Oldham of the state police, as a friend of Shelton Smith, told troopers the two were in the Cheswold area when a shot rang out from a red Nissan Altima with two men inside and a Pennsylvania license plate. Smith later died at Kent General Hospital. Anyone with information is asked to call state police, 911, or Crime Stoppers. An astronaut, a queen, and a popular news anchor were all in Wilmington Saturday night. WDEL's John Collins reports.
Queen Noor of Jordan, CNN's Anderson Cooper, and former Senator and space pioneer John Glenn were among those recognized at the annual Commonwealth Awards. Additional awardees were film director Mike Nichols and former Poet Laureate of the United States Rita Dove. The awards put on by PNC Bank celebrate those who have shown to be luminaries in their respective fields. Former astronaut and U.S. Senator John Glenn says, after all of his experiences and all the places he's been, his greatest influence came back in his school days.
If there was a person that had a bigger impact on my life than any other, it was a teacher. Back in when I was in high school, and he was named Harford Steele. He's dead now, but he died a few years ago. But he taught a course called Civics, Study of Government and Politics, and he just made it come alive. And I used to look forward to his class. And my interest in government and politics didn't come after I'd been in the space program, and then it came from way back in those days when I was in high school.
Anderson Cooper, host of Anderson Cooper's 360 on CNN, says the current trend of news anchors taking opinionated positions on issues is not something he subscribes to.
It's not something I feel comfortable with. I personally don't watch people. I don't watch people for their opinion. I'm not interested in what an anchor thinks. It doesn't really matter to me. I think I'm much more interested in subjects and what they think and what they feel about. I mean, people who are actually living events. I know it's a popular thing these days, and I know plenty of people do it. It's just not something. I don't believe in wearing my opinion on my sleeve or my lapel.
It's interesting. Been your real old-time journalist.
I know, it's weird. I'm sort of old school in that way. It's. I know people like talking about me as if I'm some new thing. I'm sort of like the oldest man in the room. You know? I'm like, what are these kids doing with this opinion?
Glenn was awarded the prize in the category of government service. Cooper was awarded the prize for mass communications, respectively. Each recipient was given a prize of $50,000. Reporting from the Hotel DuPont in Wilmington, I'm John Collins, 11:50 a.m. WDEL.
Lightning started two fires over the weekend. WDEL News continues in a moment.
You could spend your money at the gas pump, or you could spend it on those sexy pumps at your favorite store. Let Dart do the driving.
I do all my shopping with Dart. It's the most convenient way to shop the outlets, and it saves me money.
Now save even more. Get up to 40% off with a discounted Dart card online at dartfirststate.com or at your local Acme market.
At this rate, with the money I save riding Dart, I'll have a new pair of shoes every week.
Travel smart. Choose Dart.
The satellite toll plaza on northbound 95, just north of the Maryland state line, is shut down this week. Emergency pavement repairs have closed the 5 lanes until 5 a.m. Friday. In order to accommodate northbound traffic, the main toll plaza will have 4 manual cash lanes and 2 dedicated Easy Pass lanes open. Southbound traffic will see the usable lanes drop from 10 to 9 during the repairs, as the centermost lane of the plaza will be switched for northbound use. Separate lightning strikes minutes apart Saturday afternoon are being blamed for fires that damaged 2 Sussex County homes. The first struck a summer home in Bethany Beach and caused a fire in the roof and attic. The damage was estimated at $75,000. The second strike happened at a mobile home near Millsboro. The resulting fire caused $25,000 damage. No one was hurt in either blaze. Hundreds of volunteers were out Saturday morning for the 15th annual Christina River Watershed Cleanup, and WDEL's Joe Irizarry was there.
As in years past, volunteers found a variety of items, including a steering wheel, tires, underwear, socks, carpets, and cables. Spokesperson for the Partnership for the Delaware Estuary, Sean Bailey, was among those at Red Clay Creek, and he says there were other items found.
One of our volunteers hauled out a propane tank that was approximately chest high, which was something else. And I mean, this goes far back into the marsh here. People are finding everything from, gallon buckets to basically anything that you would find in somebody's yard.
Heavy debris from a house damaged by flooding in the area around Red Clay Creek at Cayamency Road was also removed from the area. Danielle Krieger is with the Partnership for the Delaware Estuary, and she says the cleanup has many objectives.
We want to set a good example and, educate and teach people about what it is to keep the environment clean, what the benefits are for animals and plants, but also for humans.
This year's cleanup was at 13 locations, including Red Clay Creek, Churchman's Marsh, White Clay Creek State Park, and the Wilmington Riverfront. I'm Joe Irizarry, 1150 AM, WDEL.
The boys of summer are back. Details on Phillies opening day in WDEL Sports and your AccuWeather forecast just ahead.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware every weekday morning, 5:30 to 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, the games count starting today for the Phillies as they kick off the regular season this afternoon. They're hosting the St. Louis Cardinals. The Phils wrapped up their exhibition season yesterday with a 5-0 win over the Boston Red Sox. Jimmy Rollins enters the season with a 36-game hitting streak, 20 short of Joe DiMaggio's record of 56, set all in one season. The Phils will send John Lieber to the mound against National League Cy Young Award winner Chris Carpenter. You'll hear the Phillies game on 1150 AM WDEL. Coverage starts this afternoon at 2:30. Robert Esch had 31 saves as the Flyers knocked off the New York Islanders 4-1. The Flyers jumped out to a 3-0 first-period lead on goals by Mike Knuble, R.J. Umberger, and Jeff Carter. And Allen Iverson scored 32 points to lead the Sixers to a 114-95 rout of the New York Knicks. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast: mostly cloudy with some rain today, a high 62. The rain tapers to showers tonight, low 44. And for tomorrow, clouds and sun with a high 53. Recapping our top story, a C-5 cargo plane has crashed south of Dover Air Force Base. Be sure to check back to 1150 AM WDEL and right here at WDEL.com for updates throughout the day as this story continues to develop. I'm Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.